Hi friends, in Planet Earth Dating, it's Sunday, September 29th, 2019. In both the Lynn Life and the Jamie Body Mind, the authorized souls remain only child souls from the deeper, denser dimensions, and all other souls from all other dimensions, as long as the souls are already living by the many rules already given to the Search for Truth community by wiser minds above all of us, and those rules include participating in the work already assigned to the Search for Truth community by wiser minds above all of us. And today we don't have a lot of interest in participating in any of the assigned projects. We've gone through the entire list and there's just not interest discernibly. Would you agree with that?
Yes, and just to clarify what they mean when they say we don't have a lot of interest, it doesn't mean that the host lives don't have a lot of interest.
Oh no, the host lives are really focused on it. The visiting souls, we the host lives are unable to elicit interest from the visiting souls.
That's what's going on.
In working on the assignments given to the host lives.
Yes.
So we don't have an intersection of interests unless they get on board, the souls get on board.
That's
for
true.
Working on the assignments that have been given to us by wiser minds above all of us. But we do have some symptoms that have just been accumulating in the feet and toes of this energy body.
That's true.
And those symptoms are messages for somebody, and it's very likely that they're messages for the visiting souls.
That's true.
So this is something that we can do that might unstick the resistance to working on the assignments.
Yes, that is true.
Can you find a better way to say that?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Okay. So what we're going to head in the direction of doing is this host life and the souls currently affiliated with it are going to start heading in the direction of facilitating a healing session using the techniques of the Lightworkers healing method to try and unstick the symptoms in the feet and the messages that they represent and everything else that they represent in such a way as to deliver it to whoever it's supposed to get to.
And maybe have an impact on the overall situation.
And maybe have an impact on the overall situation, which would be really great. Starting to soften my own energy body, dissolving my own energy body and starting to merge into the larger energy body of the Search for Truth community, the Lynn Life Collective, and everybody that the toe symptoms represent or are about or are connected to, which is a group we're really a part of because we've been exhibiting in the Lynn Life Collective body, have been exhibiting the toe symptoms, starting to merge the energy bodies together more deeply and starting to draw the upward rising earth energy up. We're starting to get that feeling that we get sometimes when there are higher powers who have been doing things they're not very proud of, or at the very least just not supporting or taking care of the things they're supposed to take care of. And the flow starts to really move up through where they are, and they start to feel like they're being watched, and then it's like all of a sudden they start doing the things they were supposed to be doing. Like the light is now suddenly shining in it looks like some kind of control room. Almost looks like a nuclear power plant control room.
It does look like a power plant.
And it's like they're suddenly jumping into action and pushing buttons and sweeping up the stuff on the floor. When they hadn't really been doing that previously, it looks like they had kind of been leaning back and eating donuts or something.
I see donuts.
Right? It looks kind of like Homer Simpson, and now they're wiping the glaze off their fingers and getting up and being very active. So reaching up through them and pulsing the energy up through that space, up through where their supervisors are working and their supervisors are working. There we go, until we can start to feel somebody upstairs who actually feels maybe concerned about what's happening downstairs, is the feeling. And reaching all the way up, higher, 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 and asking if anybody up there is willing to help us heal the root causes of the toe symptoms and whatever they represent, so as to get the messages to whoever they're supposed to get to and align the larger being, the larger self, with its soul plan. Putting the foot and toe symptoms on the table upstairs. Whew, and I can feel the messages of them kind of landing on a table in a conference room upstairs. And it's starting to look like there are multiple doors, as if we're standing in a room and there are multiple doors in front of us, and it feels like behind each of the doors is somebody that the messages in the feet and the toes belong to, and there are different facets of the message, and some people behind multiple doors get similar facets of the message, but it feels like there are a lot of different presences being represented by these symptoms.
Mm-hmm.
So asking the big guys way upstairs, what are we supposed to do? And if there's a door we're supposed to start with, if they can just make it real clear so that I'm not crashing through the wrong door. Alright, well, so there's a kind of a glow on a door on the right, so let's pulse that upward flow and start to move through that door. Okay. I'm just going to have to babble it out, and I might have to back up and correct myself. It's a very natural feeling place. I hear birds tweeting, and there are trees, and it's kind of wooded. This might be, the feet might be like hobbit feet, like the hobbits in The Lord of the Rings, because I see bare feet, and they're large and kind of hairy, but humanoid. I'm walking down a path, and there are trees, and it's nice. So this must be the presence that the message is for, and he doesn't feel pain in his feet per se.
No.
So what's the problem? Asking the guardian angels. Meanwhile, we're just starting to deliver the vibration of the message, whatever it is, to this big presence. Because if we're able to see out his eyes this clearly, probably we've got at least a little merge going on, and probably we can get the message to him while we're trying to figure out the significance of it. What's helpful over here, we've been doing kind of a running inquiry of, okay, with the metaphor of Frodo, who is somebody we understand or have some awareness of, where is this presence on that journey? You know, is he at the end after they've done all the things? Is he in the middle? Where are we in the journey? And it feels like it's possible this guy's not even yet at the beginning of what he was supposed to do.
He might even be unaware of it.
That's what I feel like. The big presence with the big hobbit feet, I feel like I'm not even aware of the thing that is my life's work, or the thing that is my assignment.
Maybe these are supposed to give him some precognition.
That could be what this feeling is. Like, this is maybe the thing that's supposed to drop into the head, that gives the precognition, that gives the idea of what he's supposed to be doing. And so let's send it up to him while merging in with everybody that the toe and foot symptoms are for, and send the messages up to that presence, the ones that are for him.
When I do that, he stubs his toe.
I felt that also, like on a rock or something in the path. Bumped his toe and hopped a little bit in kind of a cute hobbit way. So let's send them all up.
Maybe he's walking down the wrong path.
Maybe we're not even on the road we're supposed to be on. Maybe we're supposed to be on a completely different road.
Maybe metaphorically.
Exactly. And you know, when I look up out the top of that big hobbit's head, what this could be is that I'm not even listening to the right upstairs presences. The hobbit, like I'm not even listening to the right angels.
Or backwards on the path, because when you look up and you look at the way the stars look, it's not correct.
No,
the configuration
it's not right.
isn't correct, but if we just rotate forward, do they become correct?
Let's give it a go. Rotating around forward. Ugh. Well, it feels better in the head.
It's better, but it's still not
Still
correct.
weird. Yeah, there's still... Maybe I'm all the way upside down.
I think it's the wrong path.
Yeah, I think we're on the wrong road. We're supposed to be on some other road.
Can we get there from here?
Let's ask. Is it possible to get there from here? So, asking if they could show us the right path, and then I can align with it, merging in and pulsing the upward flow. I can feel the right path.
Yes.
There we go. Let's just start to align with it. Let's just start to align with
He
it.
doesn't like this path because it hurts his feet.
It hurts his feet. I liked that nice soft path. I was happy there. I was comfortable there.
Right.
I don't want to go to Mount Doom. I don't like this path.
Right.
What do we do now? What do we do now? I don't think he wants to do it. And
No,
if he
let's
doesn't want to
deliver
do
him the
it-
message, and he can do with it as he wishes.
That's true. Just send all the messages up. All the ones that match the vibration of him. All those messages. There you go.
And just screen them up and put them in a little backpack or pocket or something.
Yeah. That'll do.
Or in his foot.
Maybe right in the foot, and then they'll match there and they can stay there. Sending those messages up and putting them into the foot. And it feels like his left foot, right at the ball of the foot, the place where the toes and the foot come together is where they're starting to come in. And that's really good, we think. Stretching way up high and pulsing the upward flow. And asking, what do we do now? What's the next thing? It might be behind another door. Okay. Finding the right
Can we just
door.
separate from that Frodo person?
Yeah, that's what we need to do. Otherwise, we'll be dragging on each other, and that's no good. So there you go. All the messages delivered to that hobbit, and that's it. If there's anything left for us to do with that hobbit, let me know right now upstairs. But I don't hear anything, so... Alright. That's it then. Okay, and which one is the right one? Which one is the right one? One over to the left, and we can start to go through the door for whoever the toe and foot messages are for. They look kind of like chicken feet. Or like three-pronged or four-pronged feet, like bird feet or big bird feet or dinosaur feet.
Dinosaur feet.
And they're running.
Running dinosaur. I've seen this running dinosaur.
It looks kind of like, maybe it's a velociraptor. I don't know dinosaurs very well, but that could be running. I can see the big dinosaur feet. Let's start to send up the messages, whatever the messages are about, up and out of this dimension, up and out of everywhere those messages are that are intersecting with us, that we're able to get to, and start to send them up to that big presence, that big, looks kind of like a dinosaur in whatever dimension they're in. Screening the messages out with the vibration that they're supposed to be matching with or attracted to. Sending the messages up to them, and I'm not really sure what these messages are. I'm not really sure why they're supposed to get to that big presence. Not really sure what the connection is, but
I see something really weird. It's like as the message goes up to the dinosaur kind of just like changes into an office worker who's sitting at a desk.
That. Like morphs.
Maybe is somebody just having a fantasy that they're
interesting.
Dinosaur?
A dinosaur, like a
big bad mean dinosaur, and it's really just some
little
meek little man working in an office somewhere. Is that it?
Fascinating.
Somebody having a fantasy.
That could be. Oh, interesting.
Maybe that person, instead of having fantasies about being dinosaurs, is supposed to get up and say something that takes courage.
That's true. Almost certainly that's what's supposed to happen. Oh, and now the messages can land better, because they couldn't land very well in the fantasy, but they can land in the reality of that presence. Oh, goodness.
I think he's going to take up drinking rather than
That's
say
what
the
it
thing
feels
that takes
like.
courage.
That's what it feels like. Well, we deliver the messages and asking the guardian angels if there's anything more we need to do with this presence before we're done with him for the day, or done interacting with him for the day. I don't even really feel any more messages that are for him.
Just kind of like squeeze the toothpaste tube out
really
so that
good.
he gets all of it that's his.
All of it. All of it. We can feel kind of a tugging in the left foot moving up the spine when we squeeze the toothpaste tube. Okay.
Maybe separate from that guy.
Yeah, that's our story. So that's enough with that guy separating.
What dimension is that occurring inside?
That's such a good question. It's much, much bigger than this one.
And higher.
And much, much higher.
Feel
than
kind of like
this one.
down where Ground Zero planet Earth is, way far away.
Yeah. Whoa.
So there's cowardice and dodging responsibility way up high. That's what we see.
That's
and
true.
Fantasy, just
fantasy.
retreating into fantasy.
That's true.
And being willing to retreat into alcohol rather than just
That's true.
have some courage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Why? How is this affecting us? What's the connection?
What is the connection? I don't hear anything.
I don't either.
Okay.
Well, I think that's valid. How?
Yeah, I really think that's the important question.
Know
I think that's the question we need to ask is,
how are we involved?
Yeah, exactly. How are we involved? How are we involved?